This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Whatever you do, keep it P. Chase your paper, put on for your people, and make sure your perspective on point.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to Perspective with Bank. Today I got my partner in the building, Big Fish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change your name today, bro. Big Fish.
Come on, appreciate it.
Hey, for the people that don't know who you is, introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, FishXGrits. Mm-hmm.
What that mean?
It really come from the fish scale and the molly, really.
Oh, the fish scale and the molly?
You know what
you
I mean?
You taking it? What you doing?
No. At that time, we was doing our 1-2.
Okay.
Basically on the rave scene and shit. And person that put me onto it basically told me they went together like cake and ice cream and shit. So I had the fish scale, he had the grits. You know what I mean? My little brother that just passed, he basically one night just said, fish and grit. You know what I mean? But then, a nigga transition into some P shit. So like Outkast say, if you like fish and grits and all that, you know what I mean? All that P shit.
Where you from originally?
Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah,
How long you been in
Lafayette? Since I was 9.
Okay.
Yeah, 98.
Oh, you born in Louisiana, but you got the game in the city.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even outside the city, I really got put up on this shit when I went to Florida for a couple of years, and I had a partner that was from Vegas. You know, I ain't never knew somebody that was from there, or I looked at it as like a tourist place. But he was from there, raised there, so we went out there just to around, not even on that.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing younger P's my age, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when them products was first popping, you know what I mean? The patent level motherfucker with the Brightlands.
What about when we're gonna jump right into? No, first I gotta ask you how your mental first.
Man, I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Nigga done been through so much. I just try to be positive and I'm grateful to be here. So just gratitude determine your latitude, you feel me?
Facts. Hey, so what about, let's start right here. What about when people say the P is dead? That shit over with.
In some ways it is, but a lot of ways it ain't, you know what I mean?
Break it down. What ways it is?
I feel like in
ways?
everything you do, it could be like, it's dead to some people that knew it from that time. That ain't really my time, so it's alive and well to me, you know what I mean? Like Penn C said, it ain't dead, it just moved it to the well, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But
You saying like, it ain't dead, it just evolved to something that
exactly, like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Niggas playing football with face masks. At one time, they played with no face mask. You know what I mean?
You right.
So
you right.
shit changed.
You right. Shit do change. You got to
But it
evolve
ain't
with
never
time.
gonna die. This is the oldest shit. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be here in one form or another.
Different structure though.
Yeah.
What?
But still the same foundation because it's all about what's inside, right? Gotta be in you. So
how you go about getting chose?
shit, I feel like pose and get chose.
Huh?
Pose and get chose.
Break it down for
You
the
know what I mean?
people.
Like your mouth be closed, you know what I mean? Based off of how we look in the day, you know what I mean? We come in here looking right, smelling right, you know what I mean? The conversation gonna naturally spark.
Pose
You
and
know
get
what I'm
chose.
saying? Yeah. But if I gotta do too much talking, then that's gonna lead me to convincing. You dig what I'm saying? And persuading. You know what I mean? Then that might turn to coercion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He told me it was gonna be like this. You know what I mean?
Oh, so keep your mouth closed, and then whatever if they choose that, then shit, it's on you.
You know she like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, I agree with that, man.
But once you start talking, you kind of already leading into, and that don't mean don't talk, you know what I mean? But you know when somebody like you and somebody just entertaining you for the second, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But how you determine if a motherfucker like you or like what they see?
Because your experience gonna tell you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I tell people, it's all with a bag of chips, you know what I mean? When she on the way over here, I'm gonna say, hey, can you stop giving me some extra blunt? I'm gonna make her something. I might not even eat them chips, you know what I mean? Can you stop get some?
I just said that perspective
You know
on
what I
live. I said when if I first meet a motherfucker, I'm gonna tell them to stop and give me some food. I'm gonna try to answer out for one.
Come on.
Let's see if you fuck with me or not.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it gonna be a, I just passed the store? Or is it gonna be, sure, what kind of blunt you want? What kind of chips you want? You know what I mean?
Wait till she pulling in. Hey, I'm pulling in. Hey, go to the store for me. Just check and see.
The most inconvenient, you know what I mean? Is it gonna be a huff and a puff, or is it gonna be no problem?
So so where you see yourself like when you get older? Like you see yourself in a relationship?
Nah.
Poly?
Well, it is a relationship, you know what I mean? But
Poly?
yeah, you know what I mean? For lack of a better term, you know what I mean? But definitely not settling, you know what I mean? I just can't do it. It ain't in me. You know what I mean? People ask how, but it just been all my life. You know, I ain't never even had that type of lust.
What you mean? Like for one person or what you talking about?
Just how a nigga lust over a bitch. You know how these niggas get they head nod, all kind of shit behind a bit. You know what I mean? Nigga be like, we grew up, it ain't got no face. We put a bag on that whole face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I seen so many niggas go outside and so many niggas just, you know what I mean? They stop thinking. They start thinking when they little head, now they big head. You know what I mean? So I like women. You know what I mean? Women, but you ain't about to get me out my zone. I ain't impressed with this. You know what I mean? Because nigga been since he was a kid. You know what I mean? So do you even clean yourself? Do you even, you know what I mean? Is you even on point like that? You know what I mean? Because if you ain't on point, then
let's take it back to childhood. Let's see how you developed your perspective. You know what I'm saying? How you was raised? Who you was raised by?
Shit, my mama and my daddy, but my mama was like the disciplinarian.
Yeah.
My daddy real laid back until it get crazy. You know what I mean? But grew up in Louisiana, Lafayette. So a lot of people think New Orleans. I was born in New Orleans, but raised in Lafayette. Till I was 9, we came to Atlanta to visit. Really ain't had no family out here. You know what I mean? No cousin, no sibling, nothing. And then went to a Braves game, and on the way back, my mama asked me and my little brother, y'all want to move to Atlanta? We like, hell yeah. But her and my daddy going through that shit. So we go back, tell everybody we moving to Atlanta. So we came back a year later, landed on Latonia, covered to highway. You know what I mean? And been here ever since.
How that affect you, with your parents splitting up?
Like, now that I'm old enough to understand, I say traumatic. But at that time, we were so excited to come to Atlanta, it didn't even really matter. You know what I mean? But I was just talking to Parlay the other day, and I basically told him, shit, now I could see it was traumatic, you know what I mean? The discipline. He was like, oh, now you became the man of the house. I'm like, mama wasn't going for that. Like, discipline got even harder. He bust out laughing, you know what I mean? But yeah, that wasn't the bell stopping, you know what I mean? You gonna get these, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So rebelling, doing little shit like that.
Do you think that discipline kept you out of trouble?
More than I would be. Because I feel like if I'd have grew up back home, I'd have had somewhere to run to. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody try to run away. But if I had grandma's house to go to, or cousin house, or this auntie, or this family friend, I had more spots to go. Every time I run out here, it's like, okay, everybody 700 miles away, you know what I mean? So I gotta take my ass on back. That's why they never even came looking for me. Your ass will be back.
What was your first dream? Like your first dream to be? Basketball?
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you was like, man, fuck basketball, when that
Just
part?
kept getting in trouble where you can't be on the team, you know what I mean? So I went to boot camp at 13 years old, 14 years old. So I never had the grades to play on the team for real, you know what I mean? Just some outside at the park, one-on-one in the driveway type shit.
What's some shit you learned in boot camp that you probably couldn't have learned from your mama raising you?
Shit. I think it just was more of what she was already putting down, really, you know what I mean? She signed me up for that motherfucker. So,
for real?
Yeah, so it was some discipline, but you go to the school at 5 o'clock in the morning, they're going to shave your head. It's like a program that they had with the school. So she signed me up for that motherfucker. They shave your head, you know what I mean? You wear this black uniform. You got to show up to school at 5 in the morning. Basically carry logs, roll down the football field. You know, might make you drink a gallon of water, then roll. You know what I mean? Yeah. Crucifixion, all that shit, so.
For real? So. I'm saying, what you think you got from that you carry with you today?
Shit, these niggas will tell on you.
Yeah.
These niggas will tell on you.
They were telling like hell in the
lining up in the principal's office to impress a bit, you know what I mean? A woman, excuse me, you know what I mean? But yeah.
How you? I'm glad you brought that up. How you feel about just this climate of trusting people? You know what I'm saying?
That's if I had a flaw, that would be what it is. You know what I mean? I don't trust people. You know what I mean? Even when I see it, they can switch at any moment. You know what I mean? So I got my small circle, and I just stick to them.
You call that a flaw? Why you call it a flaw?
I wouldn't call it a flaw.
It could be a gift and a curse.
Yeah, I feel like everything got a gift and a curse to it. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like I got too many of them motherfuckers, so I feel like, okay, if you could say one of them, then it'd be like, okay, I didn't show you, but you got to show me some more. You know what I mean? It's going to take a minute. It ain't just going to be off of you did one thing, and then it's now I'm trusting you. You know what I mean? So that's like back to the woman. Yes, I love the way a woman look, the tall, you know what I mean? But at the same time, a woman is powerful. I don't trust a woman, you know what I mean? So it's like...
Right, what happened though? Let's break down what happened to put you in this state. Like, did you get your heart broke from your first girlfriend? Like, what happened?
For sure. Like, shit, I think just seeing older women talking, you know, that's the 90s, them red toes and red, like I'm just overhearing. So before my own experience, just hearing, you know, my mama friends and they're talking, you know what I mean? This waiting to exhale era, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can hit them folks in the not being like, damn, these ladies ain't shit, man. I can't.
And not even that they being malicious against their
but
man,
they just regular.
but they think nothing of a man.
Yes.
They talking about that nigga like he ain't shit.
Exactly.
So it's almost like I looked at my daddy like my brother more than my daddy. You know what I mean? My mama made sure she stomped around this motherfucker and talk on the phone. You know what I mean?
Damn, yep.
You know that leaving the voicemail, trying to be sexy, you know what I mean? Playing the music on the voicemail.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, Share My World, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna cry, all that. So and then my own experience, like to get into what you was asking, like when I came out here, like a little chick I was dating, 14, she got pregnant by somebody else, you know what I mean?
Damn. She ain't try to put it on you?
No.
Oh, she just said, I'm pregnant by somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And my mama worked at the health department. So when she came in to get tested that day, my mama heart, the way she tell it, was like.
She thought it was yours.
She said she went to the back of the room, started praying, you know what I mean?
I hope it ain't here.
You know what I mean?
Damn. So what happened after that? You said, damn, these hoes.
And I wasn't even mad or nothing. It just was like, it is what it is. That's why I couldn't say it's the first time, because I didn't look at it like I was shocked and I was hurt and I was crying. It was just like, damn, that's cold. Like a nigga know how to face reality and accept reality. Some people don't accept reality. You know what I mean?
Or adjust to it.
It's in your face, nigga.
Yeah.
Move on. Or adjust.
Yeah.
So then after that, dated some other people, got a little older, maybe 17, 18, you know what I mean? But even that, you know, now it's, I'm going to date somebody, I'm going to spell, man. I'm going to date more, you know what I mean? You're going to be a rapper. You're going to be some shit like that. Like, nigga, get the fuck on. You know what I mean?
How long? What happened, bro?
You know, at that age, like, that type of woman, you know what I mean? Her mama in her ear, like, she going to spell me. She going to date a doc, you know what I mean? At that time, I'm already wearing chains and shit, trying to, you know what I mean? So they looking at me like, he ain't going to be shit. They ain't respecting no rap shit or nothing like that. Like, that nigga dreaming. Just, she about to go to spell. And they mind, she going to spell me. She going to meet a doctor. She going to be rich. She going to have a family. White picket fence type shit. So,
So you ain't never met since then, like, since you been of age like a chick that you be like, nah, I want her by myself, just her.
Nah. Nah. Like, but the way it work is, it's not, that's why I say it ain't poly, because it ain't like I'm dealing with multiples and they dealing with, you know what I mean?
How it work?
Nah, shit. It's polygamy more than poly, you know?
Hold up, it's
polygamy.
What's
where it's
that?
one man and multiple, you know what
How
I mean?
many you got?
Right now? I got a few.
How you juggle that shit now?
Only pick the high quality.
I'm saying like how you juggle their emotions and shit.
Shit. By just picking the high quality. Like I'm not walking around with 7, 8, you know what I mean? I feel like a millionaire is a singular person worth $1 million. A billionaire is a singular person worth $1 billion. So when I study that shit, I'm studying like Heidi Fleiss and, you know what I mean, Cannes Film Festival and certain shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That upper echelon shit, you know what I mean? Send that bitch up in, you know what I mean? I be trying to, but yeah. So I'm not gonna even, by speaking to them up front, I'm already know what they on. I'm already see they emotional, like we said, the huff and puff. That ain't the only test. That ain't the only tactic. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So what you
So she got only bitch syndrome. You know what I mean? So she got that. You gonna see that from the jump.
You say what?
Only bitch syndrome.
Oh yeah, bitch is trying to be the only one. Yeah. Oh, you gonna see that? And what you do when you see?
You know
that?
what's the first sign of that? How many you got?
Yeah.
Cause what do it matter? If I told you 85 right now, what would it matter? What you doing? You worry about everybody else. You know what I mean?
Trying to be the only one.
And
you
so
ain't
some of them be
one
playing
yet.
like they with it, but they don't be with it. You know what I mean? And so that's why you gotta watch yourself and already see. I could see she emotional before she even showed the emotion for real. You know what I mean? Just little shit.
But do you think a woman have to have low self-esteem to be a part of that though?
I don't believe so. I just believe she got to be put onto a different perspective.
know what I'm saying? But you know how
I know
some women listening to this right now, like
that's what they would say. They say, "Oh, she weak." You know what I mean? But I feel like strength is what? Against resistance, right? You don't know how strong you are until you put some weight on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is one of the strongest people. You know what I mean? That's able to. They got a certain sense of security to where she's serving them just like I'm serving them. She bringing good just like I'm bringing good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about being the one. You know what I mean? Even the bottom. You don't do no with the bottom. You know what I mean?
Oh, they all equal.
They all equal.
How your mom feel about that now?
We don't really talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll pop it. You know how you want them to hear you a little bit, but nah. And I just lost my brother, so she definitely ain't talking about it right now. She just
Your blood brother?
Yeah, my only little brother, and she basically cherishing it and just loving me now. We ain't super close, so we starting to get closer now. You know what I mean? I done got to a level of maturity where I'm not trying to press them. You know what I mean? Let them be them. You know what I mean? And let them live out their days peaceful. And like on my birthday, I called them. I hadn't talked to them in over a year. You know what I mean?
Why not? No.
Just not seeing eye to eye. You know what I mean? And I choose peace over everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So before I try to make you something you not, or you try to make me something I'm not, and we arguing about that shit, it's love. But we just keep the dick.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
it ain't no. You saying basically it ain't up.
No,
I love you.
Not.
We just don't mix.
Exactly. We just alike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we clash. You know what I mean? And so, but on my birthday, I called her and I said, you know, I woke up. I was like, you know what I want to do today? I'm gonna just call my mama. And she lost my brother, so I'm like, that's a gift I can give to her. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how much time they got left. You know what I mean? My daddy older, my mama older, so.
Yeah, nah, this shit crazy, man. It's so crazy. So many people just checking out, man. You gotta let your people know who you love them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, cause you don't. I think that's like the worst shit ever, to not be able to tell a person something that you know you want to tell them, but you don't know you want to tell them till after they gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I deal with that even with my brother. You know what I mean? We wasn't talking. You know what I mean? So, but the thing that give me peace about it is I said what I had to say. You know what I mean? So some people, they be like, yes, men, and they don't be saying it. But because he was my little brother, I'd always tell him, that's wrong. Why you doing that? You can move like this. You can do like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But once you grown, now, you know, little bro want to do it his way. He a boss. He a leader. You know what I mean? So when you got your own team, your own crew, nobody can tell you nothing. These niggas ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you just kind of love them from a distance. You know what I mean?
What year you got off into the music? Has it been your passion since basketball or what?
Yeah, 14. It's
Okay.
the first time I got in the studio. My uncle had a cool-headed pro set up on his computer. You know what I mean? So he was doing music in the 90s, so I wanted to try it and been on it ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What you think the key to success in the music business is?
Consistency.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Putting it where your mouth at, you know what I mean? Because this shit a business at the end of the day, you know
Do
what
you
I mean?
get caught up in that? Nigga, you know, most artists I be hearing caught up in, bro, these niggas ain't fucking with me type shit. You don't be getting caught up in that, though.
Nah, never.
You can't.
That's the gift that I got from Louisiana. So when I was out there, that was the early 90s, so it's like, shit, I'm seeing Cash Money, P, all that shit firsthand. So it's not like I ever went get a deal and now I'm learning what independent is. My whole life I learned independent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so like I was just saying, my uncle had his own little studio cell, so even then, DIY, do it yourself, you know what I mean? So I'm always learning, record yourself. You can do this. Even before that shit is popular, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I always knew it was a business. I always knew, like, I'm going to be like P. I'm going to be like Baby. I'm going to be like, you know what I mean? And so that's what even led to everything else. Is all trying to do the music. I wasn't one of them niggas that like, I wasn't even no rapper. And niggas say, bro, you should rap. Nigga always was passionate about this shit. Nigga was always beating on the cafeteria tables and, you know what I mean, trying to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew trying to do this shit without that sack don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You fucked up. That's just what it is.
You know what I mean? Because you can't build the infrastructure on favors. Like, people gonna do you favors. People gonna fuck with you. But you can't build a foundation on favors. You know what I mean?
What's some shit that, give me a few things that you just live on, like, outside of the P, like some shit you just live on, like your your morals, integrity, like shit you just live on.
I feel like the number one is treat others how you want to be treated. Like I was taught that as a little boy, but now even older, I'm like, that's so simple. But if everybody just did that, because we could play dumb and act like we don't know this person, but even if you don't know them, you know what you would do.
You know what respect is.
You know what you would like.
Yeah.
You know what you would go for. So if you do something you wouldn't like to somebody else, that's the definition of a fuck nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know you don't like this, but you would try it on somebody else. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's cold. If you do something that you know you wouldn't like purposely, that's the definition of a fuck nigga. You right. If you do something to a motherfucker that you know you wouldn't, and people do that all the time too.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be doing shit and can call out they wrong. I mean, call out on another motherfucker. That's why, that's how I lose a lot of friends and family members and shit, because a motherfucker call me and tell me what a motherfucker did to them, and I be like, well, what about when you did the same thing to Blase Squaze?
Come on.
Like,
and always asking that. Okay, well, what's the other side of the story?
Yeah, that's me right now.
Wise enough already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Like, they always talking about, you know how people always come with the victim story.
Come on.
And first thing I ask, but what'd he do to them?
Come on.
No, because some of that shit be reactions. It don't just be a nigga just.
It's always a reaction. It's always something. Unless it's just random, but that's rare. You know what I mean?
Unless it's just random. You right.
That'll be shit, like I just told you. Somebody, you know what I mean? At the condo just shooting. That might just be some random shit. But 9 times out of 10, it ain't random. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you calling me whining and shit, you already want some sympathy. You already want a pity party. So I'm going to listen a little bit to let you get it out. But with that first time, the first thing I'm going to say, whether it's 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, is, okay, so what about the other side? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what you do.
And like you said, motherfuckers don't like that.
Nah, hell nah, motherfucker don't. If you hold a motherfucker accountable, you a hater these days.
Come on. So that'd probably be the second thing I stand on, accountability. You know? I feel like that's the key to every door. Because you can't even start to fix yourself until you even know something wrong with you. You feel me?
Did you ever get a job?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I was one of them niggas working at 14. How old I got to be to get a permit? Oh, okay. Got me a worker's permit. I think 15 is there in Georgia at that time. Started working at a little pizza shop. You know what I mean? But I always had, like I said, that hustle and vision. My mama found a piece of paper. I'm writing, like, my schedule. On Tuesday, I'm going to work at Donato's. On Wednesday, I'm going to try. You know what I mean? I'm thinking my mama don't even know what that means. You know what I mean?
So you writing it down?
Yeah. I'm like, Tuesday, Donato's. Wednesday, Trap. Thursday, you know what I mean? But I'm a little boy, you know what I mean? So I'm just thinking I'm putting my business plan together. I've been writing business plans so long. So.
What's the ism?
The P shit times 10. You know what I mean? It's more of a belief. You know, a lot of niggas P. You know what I mean? But a lot of these niggas operating out of anger too.
What you
know
mean?
What I mean? Like how you was kind of saying, somebody had to break your heart or somebody had to. And so you get these niggas now with a podcast and they start saying, man, you got to do this to a woman. You got to nah, she a woman, bro. You got to treat them right. You know what I mean? Don't misuse them. Don't abuse them. You know what I mean? They'll get a little glimpse of what somebody else saying and then try to regurgitate that shit. And you can tell, you know what I mean, that been the remix. So the ism is, do you truly believe it? Could you really lay with this woman and her be in the life and not treat her less than? See, a nigga can have this, you know what I mean, and have her, but you putting her on a pedestal. So what it make her feel like? You dig what I'm saying?
Hold on, run it back one more time.
So like a nigga get like, let's say he might have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
But then he calling himself a P. But he don't like this chick. He ain't attracted to this chick right here. So he all P on her, you know what I mean? Hey, big ass, it's about the money with me, da-da-da-da. But with this bitch,
You tender.
Come on.
Yeah. That don't work like that.
That don't work like
Either
that.
you P or you ain't.
Because what she gonna feel like?
Yeah.
So that's where you know if it's inside you, could you really respect her?
Hold up, could you respect which one?
The one that's gonna get it for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And make her feel
That's
like.
what make you a P. It ain't you calling yourself. It's really a derogatory term that the world would call you for dealing with a woman like that. You know what I mean? Most people wouldn't want to deal with her. You know what I mean?
You saying can you not give a fuck about what she got to do to make y'all good? Basically, if you cared about her.
And still respect her.
And still respect her.
And still treat her like a woman.
Yeah. Still treat her like a queen no matter what she do.
And still understand her as a woman.
Yeah. That's P.
Still understand she a woman at the end of the day.
But most of these women don't even know how to receive that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Most women don't even know how to receive that. A woman would feel like if you cool, not all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some women would feel like if you cool with them being whoever they is,
yeah,
then you couldn't fuck with them.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you don't fuck with me.
Right.
Like, so that's the reason why they'll lie, because most niggas will cut a fit, or act a fool,
Right.
if he felt like, if he knew that she was dealing with other dudes. You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
she want a reaction, really. She want to be able to say, I'm going outside, I'm going to do this time, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And see that nigga get upset about it. But like I said, just like every nigga, every woman ain't a 304. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the woman that would be doing that, they ain't no real 304s. They just some sluts,
Yeah.
cum buckets,
Yeah. Yeah.
slores.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They ain't in it for the paper.
It ain't a purpose.
Yeah. It ain't no purpose behind it. They just want a nut.
Or make somebody else mad, or make they self feel good, or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feel empowered, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're correct.
So, same
Nah, them facts right there. So basically you saying if you get a real 304, she want to be respected for what she do.
She want to go to the museum. She want to go to days just like a regular human being. She want to do all the same regular shit except for her mind ain't regular.
What the mind is?
Well, the regular side of mine is kind of like, okay, I need to settle down, or I need to be like this, but she might have already seen this run the world. This got power.
Mm-hmm.
I come from nothing. I come from broken. So to get where I'm going, I'm gonna use what I got. You feel me? And it don't even be your physical body. That is the bait. But that real bread is the conversation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball player ain't the trick. The rapper ain't the trick. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna give him too much, man. You know what I mean? But the real trick want a conversation, man. You know what I mean? He want to know what it's like to talk to a 32-year-old again, a 25-year-old again. He love his wife.
Yeah. He want to know what's going on in the world, though.
He has nothing against his
Wanna
wife.
be
He ain't trying to,
intrigued.
huh?
He
She
wanna be
going to the
intrigued.
gym and got a trainer, a buff trainer. You know what I mean? So they living that life and they got that bread, and you know what I mean? But it all be about respect, you know what I mean?
So have you ever had one that made you feel that was hard at first? Like she go hard, but then she turned around and, damn, man.
Yeah, the only bitch syndrome. That'd be the number one killer right there, is the only bitch syndrome. See, because there's levels. Is she with it? You know what I mean? Is she with it in totality? Is she with other women being with it as well?
Hold up.
But everybody want to play the Bonnie and Clyde, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I picture like Bonnie and Clyde, most of, you know what I mean?
Oh, so how it work when goddamn you got an all-star bitch and another all-star show up? How that work?
Hey, man. If she a true all-star, she gonna stay an all-star. She gonna help. She gonna get her right.
No, I'm saying, but she the one. She the one, though.
Right. But no, she ain't the one. You the one.
Nah, you ain't get what I'm saying. She was the one bringing in
Right.
$100 a month.
Right,
Now
but
we
she-
got another bringing in $200 a month.
Right.
How that work?
She not even worried. Because she was never felt like the one. You was the one the whole time. And when you was the one, then shit, your vision is bigger than this 100 I can bring you, this meal I can bring you. You feel me? To be real with you,
Chico. It's a fish. Say it again, P.
really to be real with you, right? That's probably the whole purpose. Not even probably, but you know, I'm still learning. Cause I don't never want to stop learning.
You ain't
know what I
got
mean?
Tinder. So you saying you ain't got Tinder for now yet? Almost.
Never.
That's hard.
I'm 37 years old, no children.
What's some weirdest shit you done seen in the game though? The rap game and the P game. What's the weirdest shit you done seen?
The P game just be like, motherfuckers don't stand on that shit. You know what I mean? Some people you would think even from back in the day, you would think the newer people ain't standing on it. But even the older people, you know what I mean?
What's some shit
They married behind the door, you know what I mean? They got all kind of funny ass business going on, you know what I mean? A lot of shit that broke my heart. You know what I mean?
So if a nigga get married, he ain't pee no more.
Nah, I ain't gonna say if he married, he ain't P no more. I'm just saying they be trying to judge and criticize the younger P's, and it's like your report card ain't flawless. Your table ain't clean to be shining the light on somebody else P. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They be like, y'all young niggas don't know what's going on. Y'all young niggas doing this. Y'all young niggas doing that. Y'all, you know what I mean?
That's how
but
it
then,
go though.
huh?
That's just how it go.
Right,
yeah.
but then when you pull them niggas report card, then it's like, nigga, what? On Valentine's Day? 1993? What?
So who the most official right now?
Me?
Outside of you?
I don't really want to, you know what I mean? But on the music tip, you know what I mean? We got me, Rollo, Walt, Sauce Walker, you know what I mean? But I get a lot of information and stuff like from Ken, you know what I mean, back in the day.
Yeah. Like who's some niggas, yeah, I've been asking, who's some niggas you come up on looking at like?
Like Ken, you know what I mean?
Ken?
And I say him because he got a book, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Certain niggas that be out there, but I don't really want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, put a nigga name out there, you right.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about like, yeah, okay, what about Don Juan, niggas just out there,
Yeah, but he a whole different level, you know what I mean?
They taking it like different next, like, even Pimp, I just had him up here,
Ken,
yeah, he pimping everything. He ain't,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? I don't
And
think
so-
he got no girls. He just pimping everything.
And so he sophisticated with his shit. So his book, it really helped me, you know what I mean? Cause I don't be with that little riddle diddle shit, you know what I mean? Just-
What book?
he
what,
he got that
Pimpology?
that 48 laws of
Yeah.
Pimpology. Exactly.
Oh, you read the whole thing?
Read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Audio book in my car sitting, you know, learning that shit, you know what I mean?
He talking that shit in the book?
He talking that shit. But I understood it because I already come from a background of kind of understanding that little corporate shit. And so I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's by 07, 08 when the UGK, the double album, that I Choose You and all that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So Pimp talking that shit all through the album. You know what I mean? It ain't dead. It just moved to the way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about 20 years old, 21. I'm like, shit, I got to give me some paper. And the women, that always been a thing. So it's like, shit. Then I went to Vegas and seen some young, you know, you think of older niggas as P's at that time. I did at least. Your uncle or cocked fedora or some shit like, you know what I mean? So when I went to Vegas and I seen these young niggas with them Pradas on and the Breitlands and they dread and it's 600 billion, you know what I mean? When I left Vegas, I was like, oh, I got to get on my shit, you know what I mean? And so,
But that shit, they don't make that shit sex trafficking now, though. Ain't it?
exactly.
So how that work?
So when I first heard that term, I was like, what? 'Cause, you know, I think all of us grew up thinking when they used to put people back in the trunks, you know what I mean? Like, or people across the border, you know what I mean? So I was thinking that. But as I wised up, I realized, like, nah, there is a difference. Even lying, like we talked about earlier, that's coercion.
What you mean lying?
Like, I'm gonna make you a star. Come to Atlanta. I'm gonna have you in the studio. We're gonna work on this, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got intentions of doing this.
Yeah.
When that shit hit the fan, you know what I mean? And she tell them folks, I can't Atlanta. I'm thinking I'm gonna be in Hollywood and
So what you have to do is just be like, these my girlfriends. We go together. I go with all them.
nah, I'm just saying like,
How it work?
what I'm saying is like, it can't be fraud. You know what I mean? Can't be lying to them. Can't be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So many niggas do that.
Yeah.
They thinking physical trapping or you know what I mean?
Using
But if I lied
drugs
to
and
you, I
shit.
just
Using drugs.
using
and shit.
drugs.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I am the drug. That's why the Fish and Grits can't, you know what I mean? I got a series called I Am the Drug, part 1, 2, and 3. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's how the Fish and Grits transition is like I am the drug now, you know what I mean? But at first I ain't know all the rules. I wasn't perfect. I ain't, you know what I mean, holier than the other. So I was selling Molly, selling fish, you know what I mean? Taking the Molly to stay up at the raves to sell, you know what I mean?
What's the raid?
You know, like EDM.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom, you know what I mean? And, you know, like in 2014, Trap had went UK when it. So around that era, they had a festival come out here called Tomorrow World.
Okay.
I don't know if you was hit to that, but it was really called Tomorrowland in Belgium. And my relatives in New Orleans was a DJ or whatever. And he was like, shit, y'all heard of that? Because he had heard what we was doing. And basically said, it's about to come to Atlanta. It's called Tomorrow World. So a big-ass rave, basically. But, you know, They be having the glow shit on their fingers, you know what I mean? Stay up all night, go to the after hours, you know what I mean? So that's when that Molly was first hitting big.
What's your ultimate goal in life?
My ultimate goal is probably the same thing I stand on, peace. You know what I mean? I'm at that age now, I just value that over everything. Ain't no amount of money, ain't no amount of nothing. So that's why it's easy for me to not entertain even certain women, you know what I mean? Because I can see you don't come with peace. You come with bullshit. I was telling my partner the other day, wanted to try to, let's go to STK. When can I take you to dinner? You know what I mean? I'm like, what's up? But I could see certain shit about her that was like, nah. You know what I mean? You're not being all the way honest. You're not coming all the way straightforward. You know what I mean? And I'm going to link up with you at STK, and they might have a nigga that already got your location. You know what I mean? You might not even be maliciously trying to set me up, but just you didn't forget who you sharing your location with. You sharing it with 7, 10 people. You dig what I'm saying? But this nigga that really tender behind you, he'll pull up and whack me in that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But that's my whole shit. But I said, well, I would never die, kill, or none of that behind no bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
so that's what I mean.
You got it. I
Yo.
just can't wait to tell a nigga, you got it, bro. You
It ain't
got
that serious.
Even if it's mine.
Yo.
If she entertaining you, you got it.
Yeah,
Like, I'm bowing out gracefully, dog.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want no problem about no woman, because this woman gonna be still doing the same thing when you gone or I'm locked up or vice versa.
And it be a mad move.
Huh?
A mad move. You know what I mean? She doing something off of her feelings. She mad right now. Or trying to make you mad. You know what I mean?
Shit, you ain't make me mad, but
So-
you gonna make me goddamn going on though. I don't know, man. You got, it's a lot of niggas that done lost their lives and lost their money, lost everything behind. Yeah.
And so that's what I meant earlier. Love women. Fine as hell. You know what I mean? But when you aware of those type of things, I'm never gonna get blinded by that. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the blinding. I got ninjas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your titties, yes, they nice. Your toes, sexy. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking all the time. My mind never cut off because you fine. Okay.
So you ain't choosing that.
Choosing? Nah, the woman do the choosing. You know what I mean? And I like what like me. You dig what I'm saying? Because I done had the experience of somebody didn't like, you know what I mean? She thought I was cute. Yeah, that been for her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it never made me feel like, damn, what's wrong with me? Why she did that? That never crossed my mind one time. You dig what I'm saying?
She just like somebody else
She
too.
just like somebody else too.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't look at a woman even like how men try to make them so different. I'm like, they got a lot of the same sex drive, same characteristics a man got as well. They really just more powerful because they get underestimated. Who underestimate them? The
Facts.
trick. That's the
Facts.
trick.
Facts.
That's
That's
why
the trick.
That's why the ball player can never be the trick. Because he may be, it's a difference in spending money on it and being a trick. You know what I mean?
What's the trick?
It's like spending money on it, that's just one of his vices. He gonna toot a little powder, he gonna do this, he gonna get him some hoes for the night. You know what I mean? That's just a whole part of it. The trick is,
He think he got himself something. He tricking himself. A trick is tricking himself.
this nigga might come to the club once a week. He's dating a dancer. But he ain't tricking himself either. Cause that all he date is dancers. He know this, but he can't get, he lacks in that area, you know what I mean? Of talking to a woman or feeling comfortable talking to a woman or
Hold up. So you saying a trick is what now?
I feel
Just
like
a dude that feel like my money gotta talk for me because I can't get no woman no other kind of way.
but every dude that's spending money on a woman ain't a
Ain't
trick.
a trick, yeah. Cause some niggas just don't want to talk.
Don't want to talk.
Just want to be, hey, here, get this little shit.
Exactly.
Going. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's still tricking though.
It's still tricking.
Yeah.
It's still tricking.
That's still
but
tricking.
When I look at that's tricking, but it's not a trick.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of niggas do pimping, but they not a pimp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
an activity. That's just, you could have did this one time, got caught. Look on your record, a pimping charge. That nigga a pimp? Nothing pimp
Yeah.
about that nigga. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He just having to do some shit like that.
Nah, you
know
right.
what I mean?
That's tricking, but that don't mean you're a trick. Yeah, you right.
And most of, yeah, but this a little deeper, you know what I mean? So I'm basically saying you ain't never gonna have Baby or Savage or what, you know what I mean? They might have been on it, but you ain't got them niggas mind like you got Tom.
Jose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
There's a difference.
But
and the bread be the different too. You know what I mean? So that's why when I'm maybe popping her shit like, nigga, I get money. So when she tell me Magic City, I'm just like,
you say
you still at that level?
What's the highest level for a hoe?
Shit, the Oval Office. Hey, we ain't gonna go that deep.
Huh?
The Oval Office.
That's cold.
Well, you know what I mean?
So who's standing on that P? Who's standing behind that?
Come on, man. And so, basically, once you know your target and your destination, it's like, can this bitch even get me there? You know what I mean? I like to say, can that bitch even afford me? You know what I mean? Yeah, she doing this and that, but that bitch really in love with criminality. She at that age where she want to pop here, she want to hold Glocks, you know what I mean? She think that she want to put on ski masks with her titties out, put your name in her bio, you know what I mean, with her heels and her go get it. This ain't high school, you know what I mean? Middle school where we used to ride, I love, you know what I mean? Meet me about my locker bullshit. You know what I mean? Why you even on Instagram? If it used to be out of pocket to look at a motherfucker, what's more out of pocket than Instagram? I'm gonna slow down on this shit.
Nah, speed that shit up. Speed that shit up.
Slow down. But yeah.
Oh, so you saying so your girlfriends are not on Instagram?
They don't want an Instagram. That's a distraction. You know what I mean?
Damn, but is it like do
you
is
remember
that
how we said accountability?
Yeah.
See, the one thing they say, you ain't gonna have no Instagram. Then you tender. Then you trying to cuff her.
Yeah.
Then you got the coat off on and all that.
Yeah.
But when I don't want that. Why? Because I'm human. I got flesh. If I want to be about your sack, why I'm going to be looking at men all day and scrolling all day? How that's going to help me get your sack? It's time on Instagram?
Yeah. Them facts. Cause get what? You on that Grammy, man. You looking for a Grammy.
Come on.
You looking for an award on that Grammy.
Come on. And if you know life, that's why I'm blessed with certain ways I was raised. Like, okay, I know life. You know what I mean? I know that this executive, he may have an Instagram, but is he active on that bitch? Is he posting? Is he talking? You know what I mean? He might have a WhatsApp. He might have something else. You know what I mean? But
LinkedIn.
come on. But he might just land and go to one of these facilities that's legal. Magic City, Cheetah, you know what I mean? I'm just throwing random names so you can never, you know what I mean?
Damn. So if it was out of pocket to look at a nigga, it definitely got to be out of pocket to be on that gram, man. That's cold. You right. What you looking for?
What you looking for?
Unless you got your business up there.
And a chick had that the other day. She had her business up there. I said, take that down. We don't need to know all that. She married and everything. You know what I mean? But you kind of liking my pictures too much. You kind of talking to me to be married. So now when you saying he insecure, shit, I ain't telling you this straight up, but I can see why that nigga insecure. But it ain't me to tell you. Just go analyze it. You know what I mean? We don't need to know what y'all going through. You know what I mean?
Oh, she put that type of business up now.
You know what I mean? You know how they do? They throw that bait out there, see who going. Because a woman don't never want to leave without a backup plan.
Never.
You know what I mean?
Never. They'll stay forever.
They already know who been liking. They already know who been hearting. So as soon as that show enough stability for them, that's your ass, partner. That's your ass. You know what I mean?
In fact, most of the time, if a motherfucker come in and do half of what you do, if they don't like you, but they gone, we'll figure the rest of the other half out. I don't even like this nigga.
But see, when you keep it honest and real, see, that's the deeper side is. I'm being genuine with her. I'm truly like, take that off the ground. You know what I mean? But I'm knowing that make her like me even more.
What you mean telling her like that ain't right for dude?
Yeah. Whereas most niggas be like, shit, what's up? You already been hard in my pictures. You saying you going through a nigga come and you from Georgia? Come to Georgia.
You got a lot of these niggas. Fuck that nigga, baby. You deserve.
Or even if I don't say fuck that nigga, come on. I got something better for you.
That's still saying fucking.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying for exactly.
Yeah.
But see how, like you said earlier, how can I tell some them little tactics like that? Right there. Like, nah.
Nah, you right. You right. Cause get what? You right. She coming out of anger.
Right.
And it's so many toms that'll bite that.
Right. I'm like, she like, well, we supposed to be going to church. He in his mood today. I'm like, well, shit, he human. Guess what? If he insecure, whatever you saying, you think you posting it on the story gonna make it better, or you gonna make it more insecure? It's gonna make him more insecure. You know what I mean?
She don't even like him though.
She don't even like him. Cause you would have never did that. And I say this. I say nothing is 0 and nothing is 100. It's all 1 to 99 like a creative player. So she can like him, but she don't like him 99. She don't like him 100. And so that's even with girl with me. It's like, okay, you niggas can't accept reality.
Oh nah, get what? We just cracked the code. See, hoes gotta choose a P. Okay. But a man gotta choose a wife.
Come on. That was yeah.
Now, if you want a wife, you gotta choose a woman can't choose a husband, I don't think.
Come on.
Because at the end of the day, if you choose me as my wife, now it could be mutually, but if you just come pursue me, then it's on my terms. And that ain't gonna never work out for you if you want a real relationship. Right?
You got to choose a wife because if you a husband, because when they say you find a good wife, she's already a wife. She was already wife material. You know what I mean? But I feel like a man got to have his shit already in order. That shouldn't be your first priority. It's like, you go get that shit together, you know what I mean? And then you find somebody that fits your program.
Facts.
Even with marriage or whatever, it's like, it's still got a program. It's still you. Do they fit what you like? You know what I mean? It's subjective.
Nah, facts. These women. So how do you feel about just overall in 2024 just dating and shit? What you think about that?
Man, I was always taught, but right now it's just all fun and game from what I can see about it. You know what I mean? This shit's so serious. It's like, and unless they liking me, we ain't even really getting it. You know what I mean? So I ain't just hitting nothing for free. You know what I mean? I ain't hitting nothing because you fine. We can't even really go to dinner and do all that. You know what I mean? You could treat me to the, you know what I mean? So, but from what I can see from the gram, what other people doing, just dating, is like, I was taught dating as a process of elimination. So if you is in that world and you want to get married, why is you dating this nigga knowing you would never marry him? So many women say, I'm trying to make him this, or I'm trying to make... That's not your job, you know what I mean? Know what you want, and when you see that, you get it. That nigga ain't together yet, then guess what? It just wasn't meant to be, right?
Facts.
Because that's where all the turmoil and the shit gonna come, trying to make this nigga, you know what I mean? You had the mind ready for this type of caliber, but you also probably codependent on a nigga like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of motherfuckers be thinking they be something that they not too, though.
Yeah.
You be saying that?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a lot of people think that they deserve something that they don't deserve too. I ain't just saying women and men. Like it's our ego. We put our ego so far up that we think we just deserving of goddamn.
Hey, and I see
Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's who I supposed to have right now. Nigga, you ain't even that type of nigga.
Come on. And like you said, vice versa as well. But I try to always blame it on the man. And not blame it as a negative. You know how I'm rocking.
Yeah.
But because you a man, and we talked about accountability, I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? I'm going to take that job. You know what I mean? What could I have done better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even you was wrong, it's something I could have did in this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like the man's supposed to lead, but how you going to lead if you moved in a woman house? You know what I mean? I feel like that already fucked it up.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That already fuck it up.
How can you lead if you moved in a woman house?
I kind of try to think of like the medieval days, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, you had to go meet her father, you know what I mean? You had to be somebody, and then they like, okay. Because basically you replacing her father now, you know what I mean? But we come from so broken backgrounds, you know what I mean? Don't be no fuck, you know what I mean? So motherfuckers just be looking for love and infatuation and what they think feel good type shit.
What type of books you be reading? You be reading books besides pimp books? What books you be reading?
Like shit, 48 Laws, of course, that's old, but The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cavario got a book he just gave me, so I'm reading that right now. Wallow new book.
Yeah. Shouts out to my nigga Wallow.
Armed with Intentions. Yep.
What's the Way of Superior Man? What you got from that?
Shit, just basically, like I was just talking about, if you gonna be this, knowing how to handle it, the superior man, you know what I mean? So, one would come with it. And you know how they always say women and children? This is something I just gathered probably in the last 18 months, but I'm like, I finally understand why they put women and children together. Because their emotions is like the same when it comes to maturity, you know what I mean? So if I'm expecting you to be a man, then we're going to keep clashing. Why you ain't do this? But if I take the blame for everything and I look at it like a child, I'm not even about to argue with a 12-year-old. You know what I mean? If your 12-year-old do some stupid shit, you ain't about to go off on him or do the same shit you would do to
That's a great perspective.
You know what I mean? So if I already look at her in that light, it's going to make me more calm. It's going to make me more patient with it. You know what I mean? Because expectations lead to what? Disappointment.
Ooh.
So if I'm expecting her to be like me, she can never be like me. So shout out to Gorgeous Dre, man. That's another one of them OGP, you know what I mean? Real intelligent, but he really focused on that manhood. She could never be. You expecting her to come ready. She can never come ready. You know what I mean?
She'll never be ready.
She got to fit with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She just got to fit in with your campaign.
Exactly. And that's not no right or wrong. You know what I mean? Whatever your campaign is, if you a nigga that travel every week and she don't like that you know off the rip this ain't gonna work. No matter how fine she is, no matter how close y'all is,
yep.
She don't like that. I travel every week. Let's shake hands and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But lust
will keep you in some shit that you know you're supposed to be in.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we already started with the fucking. Now it's like, we already know this. We shook hands, but Thursday I'm sliding back on it. You know what I mean?
Nah, you right.
But if you could really take that off the table, then you'll see a lot of people don't even get along. A lot of people don't even like each other. They wouldn't even be a person you would laugh with, go to the bar. You know what I mean? That gotta be your dog. You know what I mean? When it's your dog like that, then y'all gonna do whatever together.
Mm-hmm. It ain't no stipulations on it then.
Come on.
Yeah. I feel like that's the only way you can lead. You can lead for real.
Come on.
If a motherfucker all the way 100% respect you.
Come on.
You can't lead a motherfucker who don't respect you.
Regardless.
You can't follow a motherfucker you don't respect. I'm gonna say it that way.
Exactly.
Like you say, we put it all on us.
And a woman can't respect somebody a man she leading.
Facts.
I ain't gonna say zero. Nothing is zero, nothing is 100. But she ain't gonna respect you like what you want. You ain't gonna get that king respect. You gonna get that my baby boy respect.
You gonna get that I love you respect.
Yeah, my little boy.
I like you respect.
My little boy.
Yeah. Damn.
You know what I mean?
Damn, this shit finna touch some niggas, boy. Some niggas who done moved in the female house.
Yeah.
Niggas who goddamn
So
know.
she did shit wrong, yes, but that ain't gonna fix you. So why even fucking talk about it? Get in the mirror, figure out what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Damn, she doing this, she going through my phone, she doing this. But if you trace it back far enough and got the heart to be accountable, you'll find where you went wrong.
Them facts.
Damn, I was down on my dick. I moved into her crib right there. Boop.
That's it.
But P, I didn't have no bad intent. But how can you tell her what to do in her household?
You can't undo that.
You can't undo that.
Yeah.
She don't look at you like somebody like, oh, he gonna have this without me. So anytime she get emotional, her emotions is the maturity of what? A child. She don't mean it necessarily, but she gonna tell you. And a man can't take that over and over either. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out then, nigga. It's over. Y'all just delaying time now. You know what I mean?
Nah, you right. You just
I'm gonna go forward this little side bitch or whatever. She ain't telling me get the fuck out. I'm knocking that bitch down, I'm getting that authority outside the household. Mm-hmm. This might be a little off, but it's still about authority. I tell people that about even the police brutality. You know what I mean? It's like expectations. We know these some pussies with a badge and a gun, but we know natural human beings have a authority complex, right? Mm-hmm. But if I'm already authority figure in my household, when I go out there, I know when they get behind me, you know what I mean? I got that bitch ready. Mm-hmm. I know what they about to ask for. I'm a grown-ass man. This ain't new. Mm-hmm. License and registration.
Yeah.
Maybe where you coming from type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm even playing the fucking game. Let me get on my way. You know what I mean? But if you don't feel like a man in the household, or a king, then this might be the last fucking straw, really.
Facts.
Why would you buck on a nigga with a badge and a gun and just human nature? But it was the last straw. My bitch doing this, my child talking to me any kind of, you know what I mean? Now this nigga just pulled me over.
That shit the root of everything, bro. You leave out that house with the wrong mindset, bro, you might not come back in that motherfucker.
So back to peace.
That's why you gotta pray when you leave the house.
Who's the wife? The person that bring you the most peace. You know what I mean? Who's your woman or your women? The people that bring you peace. If they willing to bring you peace, everything else gonna follow. Everything else is a byproduct, right? If she can't bring me peace, she damn sure ain't gonna. She might be willing to get money, but what if it get 100,000 and keep giving it to me? Or she gonna start to feel like I could do this. I did it.
Yeah, I did it.
I don't need that nigga no more. It's about your mind and the respect and just the admiration.
Nah, for real. What's next for FishXGrits, big dog?
We got the project Don't Shoot the Ism. Yep.
Dropping when?
Shit, we ain't got a date. We waiting on Walk to hit my line with the date, but you know what I mean? It's coming real soon.
You
know
popping
what I mean?
that shit on there?
Oh yeah, I got me, of course, Sauce Walker, Johnny Cinco. You know, we did what we did. You know what I mean? And then Rollo the Pimp, he out of Dallas, official tissue. You know what I mean? I got Pimping Paulo, he from out here on the west side, Ben Hill. And Calico. You know, I try to keep it as ism as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yep.
So but you still pushing the P-Liner?
Of course. I never stop.
Yeah. Well, before we get out of here, I'm gonna ask you one more question. What's some shit you look back on and regret? Do you got any regrets?
I try not to, because what's that gonna do? You know what I mean? And if I did focus on that, I can have a whole lot of them, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't talk to my brother 3 years before he passed. Not one time. But it didn't end on a fight, no screaming, no nothing. Yeah, little bro just got, man, to the point where it was like, bro, for real, not with it no more. You know, you be like, bro, I ain't fucking with you no more. Like, I ain't on, you know, y'all try to do business together and shit. And you finally be like, nah, I ain't with that shit. They be like, man, Jay just talking shit, man. He be with it in a couple weeks, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Once a nigga really feel like, oh, that nigga serious, you know what I mean? And they kind of just go do what they do.
Nah, for real.
And bro, it's so wild that it's like you try to hold them and guide them, but if a nigga want to crash.
But sometimes, man, you got to let niggas
be.
Yeah.
And that's the facing reality. So what I felt, what I was supposed to feel when he passed, I dealt with 3 years prior, you know what I mean? But I feel okay and at peace because I did shit like, hey, let's sit at the table like a family and see what the grievances is. You know what I mean? While he was alive. You know what I mean? You know when a nigga get to argue and he start telling you everything you don't like or vice versa, you know what I mean? So I just got to that maturity point where I was like, shit, let's sit down at a table with a mediator, you know what I mean? People that was there so we can't make this shit up. You may not be seeing it my way. I may not be seeing it your way. You know what I mean? But certain mediators didn't want to get involved. You know?
Man, you said some shit though, bro, that just stuck to me. It's still on me right now. Niggas just got to take the blame for everything. Because if you look back on everything, you can find out what you went wrong at.
Right, because it's you.
Yeah, because it's you. Know what I'm saying? Even in relationships and friendships, whatever, like, it's me. Because you don't even supposed to really, like you said, I can't have a disagreement with you because we're not on the same mindset level. That's with females. How you want this lady to understand you? And you a man. That's crazy. That's crazy. When you said that shit resonated with me. Because I be trying so hard to try to get a motherfucker to see it. But they ain't gonna see it. Even on their platform, when I be speaking to women, that's why I'm finna just start letting them talk and tell them my point of view to help. But I ain't finna try to get them to see it because they never will.
And I never created the woman and child shit. They've been saying that for how long? Women and children. Who get out the burning building first? Women and children, women and children, women and children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, gotta treat them like that too, you know what I mean?
You gotta treat them like that, P. Nah, that's some P right there. I ain't even gonna care. Let them folks know where to follow you at, what you got going.
Yeah, FishXGrits on all platforms. Fish, the letter X as in X-ray, and grits, all one word. Yep. Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, all that.
Man, you make sure y'all go tap in with the ism, man.
Yeah, real ism going on though, for real.
Go like, subscribe, comment to the Big Fat Network, Perspective with Bank. This been a dope hour.
Yeah.
I fuck with you, bro.
Come on, and vice
Big
versa,
P,
man.
man.
Come on. Like I say, man, you one of my biggest inspirations right now. You know
Nah,
what
I appreciate that. But I wouldn't have got married, though, man. I ain't P.
Nah. It ain't about that.
Nah,
It's
just
about
talking
as a
shit.
man.
Yeah,
know
nah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
You and Wallow.
Okay.
They're my two biggest inspirations.
Nah,
right
that's
now,
dope.
You know what I mean? Because the transformation is real, and y'all the definition of no excuses.
Well, nah, you can't make no excuses. And I got some if I wanted to.
Boom.
Yeah.
So when Wallow got out, you know, he came out here like a month after he got out, on Peter Street. So
Yeah.
I went meet him. My big brothers from Louisiana was living out here.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they thugging, whatever. They come from that, you know what I mean? So basically, I brought him to meet Wallow, you know what I mean? And based off of that, nigga ain't got no excuses.
How?
You saying you poor, your mama gave you a foster home, this. The nigga been in jail since he was 15, if you count juvenile time, 25 years. And he out here positive. And that's before the contracts, the podcast, everything. That was just with It's Money in Atlanta t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with a cell phone.
Same thing with Bank.
Yeah.
It ain't been that long with the
Yeah,
back. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
real shit.
So when niggas see that and then the physical transformation, it's like, we seeing it real time. That's more powerful than reading anything.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciate you.
Nah, that's love, man.
Yep.
Chico.
We got too crazy in here.
Put it in my pocket, in my palm.
Come on.
Put some in my palm.
Yeah, it's all about respect, man, and honesty, transparency.
Nah, for real. All bullshit aside, though, I'm gonna say this shit again. Niggas just gotta take the blame.
Yeah.
Because you can't be in a position trying to get a motherfucker, a woman or a child, to think like a king.
And heavy is the head that would.